Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the drama brewing at Disney, especially around Lucasfilm and their latest Star Wars project. It's October 29th, 2024, and things are getting tense. At the center of this turmoil, a new movie centered on Rey. Yes, the same Rey from the recent trilogy. Disney hoped this movie would reignite fan excitement and bring Star Wars back into the spotlight. But behind the scenes, it's turning into a full-blown crisis. When Bob Iger returned as Disney's CEO in 2022, expectations were sky high. Many thought he'd steer the company back on track. But 2 years later, Disney is still struggling. Ratings for ABC are down, Disney Plus isn't growing as fast as expected, and even Marvel and Pixar have faced setbacks. Now, Lucasfilm, home to the Star Wars universe, is under fire. Kathleen Kennedy, who's led Lucasfilm for years, is facing more criticism than ever. She's been called one of the most ineffective leaders in Hollywood, with fans and critics alike questioning her choices. One of her latest projects, The Acolyte, was supposed to be a fresh take on Star Wars, but instead, it's left the studio in disarray. And now, the Rey movie, once seen as a hopeful new chapter, is hanging by a thread. The movie is supposed to be set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker, and it's intended to bring back some of that Star Wars magic. But things aren't looking good. Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, an award-winning director with a strong vision, was brought on to direct this project. She's passionate about storytelling and wants to take Star Wars in a bold new direction. But there's a problem. Her vision doesn't line up with what Disney executives, especially Bob Iger, have in mind. Due to financial pressures, Disney has cut budgets across the board, and Star Wars hasn't been spared. Iger has slashed the budget for the Rey movie, forcing Charmin to remove key characters and scrap some big scenes she had planned. These cuts aren't just trimming the edges, they're changing the entire story. Charmin has also proposed a new approach that's causing waves. She wants to push Rey into a more secondary role and introduce a new character as the main focus. Her idea is to bring in fresh perspectives and give fans something unexpected. But here's the twist. This suggestion didn't sit well with everyone, especially the project's original writer. Stephen Knight, the screenwriter known for Peaky Blinders, was hired to craft the story for this movie. He put a lot of effort into creating a narrative that centered around Rey, keeping her at the heart of the story. When Charmin suggested shifting the focus, Knight wasn't pleased. This led to creative tension, and eventually, Knight decided to leave the project altogether. With Knight's exit, the Rey movie was left in limbo, without a writer to shape the story. Now, Charmin is trying to steer this ship without a clear script, while dealing with constant pressure from Disney executives to make the film more market-friendly. The disagreements don't stop there. Recently, Charmin and Kathleen Kennedy, head of Lucasfilm, found themselves in heated discussions with Bob Iger and his team. The reason? Iger's strict cost-cutting measures. He's been demanding changes that go beyond just saving money. They're altering the core of Charmin's vision. Scenes meant to introduce and develop this new character, the one Charmin wants to bring to the forefront, are being slashed. These aren't just any scenes. They're moments that add depth and align with the film's intended themes. But with the budget cuts, these sequences may never see the light of day. Fans are also part of the equation here. Public demand for this Rey movie has been, let's say, lukewarm. Ever since The Rise of Skywalker, the sequel trilogy hasn't exactly been universally loved. Many fans are questioning the need for more Rey-centered stories, especially since the trilogy itself divided audiences. Even Bob Iger seems unsure. In recent interviews, he admitted that Disney played it safe with The Force Awakens, leaning on familiar faces and themes. And now, it seems he's taking a similar approach with this movie, trying to keep Rey in the spotlight as a safe bet. But is that really what fans want? The situation has created a huge dilemma for Charmin. On one hand, she's trying to tell a new story with a new character who could resonate with modern audiences. On the other hand, Disney's corporate strategies are pushing her to stick with the familiar, even if it risks watering down the original vision. As we look at the bigger picture, it's clear that Lucasfilm is at a crossroads. The studio has been struggling with its identity for years. Fans have seen big promises, bold trailers, but not always the payoff they hoped for. And with the Rey movie facing so much internal conflict, it's only adding to Lucasfilm's reputation as a studio in trouble. Behind the scenes, the clock is ticking. Iger has reportedly given a deadline. If substantial progress isn't made by the end of the holiday season, the Rey movie might be canceled altogether. This ultimatum has cast a shadow over the entire production, leaving the cast and crew uncertain about whether their hard work will even make it to the big screen. Looking forward, there are some big questions hanging in the air. Can Charmine Obaid-Chinoy find a way to bring her story to life while balancing Disney's financial restrictions? Will fans even embrace this project if it does move forward? Or is it time for Lucasfilm to take a different approach and let the Skywalker saga finally rest? As fans, we're left wondering, will this movie rise from the ashes of corporate drama and creative struggles? Or will it quietly disappear like so many other projects before it? It's a story that speaks to the larger challenges facing Disney, and how tough it's becoming to balance creativity with business in Hollywood today. So, what do you think? Is this Rey movie worth saving? Should Disney keep pushing for more Star Wars? Or is it time for a new direction entirely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Disney and Star Wars, give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and stay connected for more updates.